Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and well, we're back with another exciting fluid change. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you want your car to run longer and stronger, what do you want to do? You change the fluids. So that's what we're doing today on my beautiful 2013 SL550. And we did the coolant, we did all these fluids. Now we're on to another coolant area, but this isn't the radiator. This is the intercooler. And this is actually liquid cooled, and that runs down from there, down this pipe right here, all the way down, this down into there. And now take a look down here and put that light on, so the light's on, and come down and take a look at this little radiator. It's in the right front grill right here, and you can actually see it. We actually just got done spraying it, and we sprayed it with coil cleaner, and that cleans a lot of the bugs out and stuff like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a fluid change. Now what we did is we actually just wanted to measure what's in this thing. So what did we do? We actually popped off this rubber pipe, and this is just pressure fitted on right now. We already drained it, and it was super easy to take off. We just used the needle nose pliers, which is real easy to take this little clip off. And I'm going to show you exactly what came out. It was a big surprise. It's about, I'm going to say 1.66 quarts. So that's damn near 2 quarts of coolant that came out of there. Very dark blue, super dark blue. But we were starting to get a little corrosion right around this rubber O-ring. And I actually wiped it off already about a week ago. And lately it's been about 115 degrees every day here in Vegas. And it was starting to get in my head. And I ordered a manual on how to do it right. And I said, you know what, Eben, you've done this stuff enough, just go for it. So what did? We just went for it. So now we're going to go ahead and fill it right this second with some distilled water. So we did our first drain of about 1.6 quarts, and we're going to just drain and fill this little angel until that fluid runs out real clear. And I'm going to say this holds about probably a gallon total with the radiator in the corner here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up with some distilled water. You always use distilled water because that has no minerals or calcium, and you want to watch that. So now I'm guessing that's going to have to be burped a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and start her up and cycle it, and then we're going to come back and drain her down, and we'll show you what color it is. All right, just wanted to show you what the OEM stuff looks like. This is a 2013 car, and as you can see, it's pretty blue. There were a couple of particles in there, but not much. The fluid still looks pretty good. And well, it's time to put the gold in. Her up and see if it sucks any in. Here we go. Take a look. Yep, it just sucked it down. Now I'm going to fill it up a little bit. She's sucking it down even more. She's thirsty. Oh yeah, she is thirsty. Nothing like the satisfaction of changing your fluids. Oh, and there's some blue. The blue's back. Take a look. There's the blue. All right, now we're going to throw our cap on. Let her neutralize for a second. Oh, it's being a little more thirsty. let her idle for a minute or two and we'll drain her down. We're back after 2 minutes for our first official drain and fill with distilled water. So we got our long needle nose, and all you do is come here and grab them. They're real easy to get with a good needle nose pliers, so we got that back. Now all we do is yank her off, and what we used is a little rubber glove to keep this from shooting out, and it's good to use a pick. The pick can easily get underneath the hose just like that. Once you get the pick under, all you do is slide it around like this, and what that does is it makes it super easy to get it off the first time. So now here we go. We're gonna go ahead and grab this right here, and we are going to catch with this hand and shove this hose in here. So here we go, let's do it. So there she blows, and there she blows. So that goes in there, that goes there, and that's it. So now, to stop the goggling, what do? All you do is yank off the cap. Gogglers are good sometimes, but not in this case. We want to let the fluid flow. So we'll let her flow. And it's not much at all that comes out. And this is our very first drain and fill with distilled water. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and put a little more distilled water through this, because a little bit sits at the bottom. There's about another 4 ounces that sits at the bottom. So we're just going to dump that through. Right, now we're putting in a little more distilled, and you'll see there's a little more blue stuff that's going to come out. But it's not much. You'll see it runs clear pretty quick. And now as we speak, this is actually still draining. So this right now is actually still draining a bunch of fluid. So I'm going to bring this even lower and get even more out of the system. And you'll be surprised how much is going to come out of this. We'll show you in a second. All right, we're ready for our second drain and fill. So what do? We come back up, we put our hose back on, just like this. We're going to slide this clamp back over, and I want to show you what came out. I'll show you a little bit of here. So that looks about like a 50% dilution. So still pretty dark. So we'll go ahead and dump it in. And we'll dump this in. And this is what came out of the reservoir right here. So that's 2 drain and fills. That's the original plus the first, and that's not quite a gallon. So, and I would say the shade is about half the shade. So I'm going to say this whole system is pretty much about 1 gallon of fluid, maybe 0.9. So now what do? Time to fill her up again. We're going to have to start her up, the burper, and we'll just start pouring in. Here we go. All right, second drain and fill. What do we got? You know what this is? It's like a child birthing process. So beautiful, so clean, so pure. Wait until you see when we put in the good stuff. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's looking good now. That's looking real good. All right, this is our second drain and fill. You can see how clear it's getting. We got one more to go. All right, that was our last drain and fill. That was number 3, and you can see it's about 10% coolant. So by the time we put in the good stuff, it's gonna be about 6% old coolant. And well, let's put in the gold. All right, we're draining it, and I wanted to just show in detail exactly what we're doing. We're dropping this bottle and then coming down. And it's just dumping in there really quick. And then I just set it, let it sit for a minute or two, and it all drains out. All right, it's that time to put in the gold. You say, Eben, what's the gold? The Dominator Coolant Boost. What this is a proprietary tri-tiered surfactant technology. What the first tier is, it actually helps from super cold warm up. It actually helps your car warm up quicker. What does that do? It'll actually run smoother. It actually allows the aluminum to actually expand more evenly, and you'll notice your car will actually run better as it's warming up. And I've used this on about 70 vehicles here in the channel, and nothing but amazing results with this. The second tier is your midway. As it's warming up, it helps bump it even faster. And then the third is your super high heat racing conditions, and what that does is it helps keep coolant temperatures down. So you'll see here on the dosage, this is actually 2 ounces for distilled water, and 1 ounce per quart of concentrate. So 2 ounces per quart of distilled water, 1 ounce per quart of concentrate. So concentrate has the specific heat capacity of 0.6. So 0.6 is fairly low, but water has a specific heat capacity of 1. So that can actually hold more heat. So you actually prefer to have more distilled water. The reason why we use this is to keep the coolant from freezing. And it's amazing what this stuff does. So the first thing we're gonna do is this will only take so much. So we're gonna start with our 7 ounces of the boost, because I'm gonna say this system's about 1 gallon. So this is 11 ounces here of Dominator Coolant Boost. I'm gonna put in 7 ounces. So here we go, the beautiful orange surfactant. And the surfactants, what that does, we're pretty close. That's about 3 ounces left. And the surfactant actually allows the water molecules to get closer to the aluminum. So think of little air bubbles like this, or if those air bubbles are gone, like that. So now you have a much closer contact to the aluminum, a faster heat transfer, pulls more heat out of the cylinders if you're talking about a motor. If you're talking about this, the air temperatures are just gonna be a lot cooler, because when it goes down through those fins, it's gonna pull that water temperature down. We're gonna have more moles of oxygen go in that combustion chamber, and boom, bigger explosion, more rear wheel horsepower. 3, 2, 1. All right, it's that time to put in the beautiful gold. And this right here is our low toxicity biodegradable coolant. And this is amazing because this meets and exceeds all the specifications, even the Mercedes specification, and all your 18-wheelers. So 18-wheelers actually have extremely high temperatures that they operate at, actually quite a bit hotter than a car. And for every 18 degrees hotter a fluid runs, it oxidizes at twice the rate. So now we come in and we just start slowly filling her up. Take a look at how beautiful that gold syrup is. Look at how beautiful that is. This beautiful golden color. And we're gonna do this beautiful burping process. It's gonna suck it on in there. And we're gonna put this whole quart. We have exactly a quart to put in. And well, it's gonna be time to go ripping around the block. We're just topping her off with the distilled water. It's pretty much looking really good. Got that beautiful goldish orange tint to it. Now that right there is protection. It's that time to shred. All we do is drop her down. Woo. Woo. Double check, no tools. All right. That's extra protection. Holy shit. I just drove about, oh my God, I would say quarter mile. I mean, it is noticeable more power. Just on tip-in, it just feels way stronger. Wow. Just amazing how much it just feels. The smoothness is almost the same. It's a little smoother, but it feels like the air that's going in is just a whole lot colder. So I used to have like a C5 Corvette, and in the summer out here when it's hot, it really would choke out and it would lose a lot of power. And like right now, I mean, this motor, we're at 1100 RPM. Take a look at the RPM and watch this. I'm gonna do a little tip-in. So I'm rolling into it. I mean, it just holds that gear so strong. Amazing how much lighter the car feels, and it's just making way more power. So we're gonna do a little sport mode, and we'll do a little 0 to 60 for you. And definitely be sure to check out the coolant change we did on this, and we used the same fluid that we did in the intercooler. And it's not that hard to do an intercooler change. You just got to be patient and be willing to take that time to change all the fluids and make sure it's running clear before you put in the good stuff. So such a cool experience to feel this on my own personal car. Didn't expect it to be that much of a difference, but it really is. And well, let's take a look at a 0 to 60. A thing I really noticed a lot is the engine braking. So this is first gear. And now I'll do a little bit of second gear so you can hear it. It just has more engine braking now. It feels like more suction almost, kind of like more compression or something. It's weird, but it literally has more engine braking now. It's interesting. Remember to subscribe. You can come back and watch lots of fluid changes on getting your vehicle to run longer and stronger. All right, it's that time for a little 0 to 60. On a count of 3. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 93 degrees out at what is it, 11 o'clock at night. Gorgeous out, and man, I'm super stoked. So take a look at all the other videos we did. Remember, we got the end of month giveaway coming up every last Saturday of the month, and that's at 11 a.m. And we extended it now 3 hours after I post my video. You can leave a comment and I'll randomly select you, so you just never know who could be in to win. So remember, leave that comment, and well, it's time to go get some coffee at a local place, Madhouse Coffee. And hey, check out all the videos we did on this 2013 SL550 Mercedes. This is one of the last fluids. I think this might be the last fluid. So check out that playlist right here. We'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.